Hello, people. It's Sunday, and it is the 5th. There, right on my wall. Damn November. Cheers. I'm up. It's 8. Yes, I've made the adjustment for daylight savings time. So spring forward, fall back. Got that extra hour. Doesn't really. I don't know. Daylight savings time kind of messes with me. So we'll see how it goes. Scheduled to go to Des Moines this evening. Well, we leave in the afternoon to see Steve Hackett. Looking forward to it. I hope they have some vinyl on sale at the show. I don't know that that's necessarily what he would do, but they don't get his albums here in Omaha, and I did mail order a couple that I don't like to, so I hope that there's something available there. For the person in Italy who is expressing interest in my last copy of Flyover, wanting to negotiate the price, I really, I'm just going to say it right out here. It's like ultimately I could keep it, So I'm, the price is the price, and it's worth it. I'm touched that you are well interested enough to want to buy it. What with all of these shipping costs. But I looked at it again, and I looked at my personal copy, and it's like, well, I could easily keep it, So I left him a message, and we'll see. Either way is fine with me. I'd be happy to keep it. What really prompted me to come on here to make a comment is I didn't see, and I don't know that I could have watched the entire Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony. I don't know that it was on television locally, but I saw some highlights of it. I'm real happy for Missy Elliott, first female hip hop rap artist to be inducted in the Hall of Fame, and the first black on top of that too, first black female rap. That's listen to her comments about that. Watched her performance. I love Missy Elliott. As I've said before, I don't buy those records because it's not what I'm sitting around listening to. Usually when I'm doing hip hop, I'm watching videos. The other thing from the Hall of Fame that I watched that really impressed me, and it's like that's my people, is Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine. I have their first album on CD. I was looking to see. It was in the racks forever, and it's like, I do a shift every now and then of what's on the CD shelves, and it's in the closet. Again, what Rage is about, their political stance, is 100% me. But musically, it's something that is visceral and to be experienced live. I have not seen them live, but I can see that that's what that's about, is you want to be there and get charged up with the band. And I love the simple but effective and innovative things that Tom Morello has done with his guitar. But his speech was on time. I really resonated, and I thought to myself, good God, man, this man sounds like someone ready to be the president. His heart is in the right place. That's the main thing. His heart is in the right place. To me, that's the problem with politics. There's no heart in it. It's all about business. And I hate the propaganda that I have to endure when I turn on the radio regarding the wars. I hate the propaganda. It's all blood money. There are no good guys in these wars. The U.S. is not the good guy, and neither is the other side. It's horrible. It's horrible that it just goes on and on and on. So couple of records got played yesterday. I had a visit with my friend Nick. He hadn't been by in a while. I really appreciate my friends. I don't sit around with a whole lot of people like I used to. I used to have company every weekend, and that's fine. But the folks that I do associate with, I really appreciate. My friend Everett, who you've heard me mention him here, is in town from Ecuador. We're supposed to get together tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. Haven't seen him in quite a while. So, musically, this got played yesterday. Heldon, live in Paris, 76. I was rooting around and I said, okay, this one keeps getting panned. It's like these Souffle and Continue put out two posthumous releases of Heldon back in around 2015. And they're live recordings. And so I grabbed them. And they got panned by most everyone that bought them. I see why. This one, live in Paris, one side just plods on. Isn't that nice? Real nice. But this side, with this label, this side is good. And it takes off. It has drums. Richard Pinhas does his soaring, Robert Fripp-inspired guitar. So that one side is where the other side just plods on. It's an arpeggio, if I remember correctly, and it never goes anywhere. But I was thinking, yeah, is this really as bad as people said it was? One side is good. Hey, I appreciate the comment from whoever listened to my new track, Gray Gaze, and notice that it's 3/4 over 4/4. Thank you for bothering to really listen. It's a beautiful track. I played it I played those two new tracks for Blake, and his honest comment on the first one, Lost, was, "Is this you?" I really appreciate that, because the tracks are good. They're really simple but well mixed, constructed, and they flow, and I'm still listening to them. That's the other thing that lets me know about my work. If it transfixes me like other music does and I can't stop listening to it for a long time, I know I've done something good. The other record that got played in part yesterday, this is something that was in the used, and it was on Now Again. I didn't know about it, but I took a chance on it. When I first got it at home, I didn't know what to think. Heitkotter Black Orchid is the name of this. So Now Again is a good label for re-releasing obscure stuff from the past. And this is one of those. So I had to read up to get the story. And then it's like, oh, okay, I get what this is about. This fella here, Heitkotter. And look at him. He's got the look. He could have been something, almost like a Frankie Avalon type or whatever those I'm thinking of. Can't think of the name. It was a teen idol from my childhood that kind of looks like this. But apparently these are just demos where he recorded them at home. There's like he can play the guitar, but he can't play the drums, and so he drops the beat all the time, which is it really kind of lends itself to the specialness of this recording. It's like, boy, as I listen to it, I'm thinking this guy probably didn't expect anybody to ever hear this stuff. He's just howling and singing and bashing the instruments and getting some angst out. It's really quite naked. That's really kind of what's cool about this. It's like being a fly on the wall when someone's been drinking too much or maybe done a bunch of drugs and now they've got to get it out. I've done that. I've got some tapes where, years ago in the 80s when I couple of psychedelic trips where I did acid or mushrooms, and it was really intense. And I tried to record. Yeah, it's like no, I don't release that stuff. So that's the only other thing I shared. I haven't played the alternative TV yet, Richard. I will be doing a formal review for you. Fourth Dimension people, okay. Here's a techno single that I bought years ago when the Antiquarium record store was still open, which I sorely miss. But they had this big clearance of techno from the early 2000s. It's super cheap, so I bought a bunch. This one stands out. And these records are so obscure. It's like the artists don't care that you know who they are or anything about them. So I don't know who this is. It's called Addon. Addon. I don't know if it's Addon or Addon. This is really good. It's not the kind of techno for raves. It's beat-oriented electro that is hypnotic. And this is really good. And so it's, to me, kind of interesting how electronic artists, it's a whole world, I know, that I just have scratched the surface of. As much as I say I love electronic music. Like, for example, when I was in Europe and I'd visit record stores, I was able to visit a few stores, particularly in Berlin, that were just mind-blowing. You know, all this really exotic, really cool, minimal techno, electronic music being played in records. The whole store is full of records I've never heard of. Didn't even know what to buy, you know. It's that sort of thing. Really good. I love stuff like that. And I don't endeavor to play like that, but electronic, I just like it a lot. So that's what's up, people. Okay. Have a good day. I just thought I'd check in again. All right.